This story begins with a noob. Me, a regular guy who loves video games, who doesn't know how to code, but always dreamt of creating one. This is my story, and it could also be yours too. Guess what? Today is board game night. So a little recap on the previous video. My objective was to create a 2D shooter game using only AI, and I think the game came out pretty well. I don't know how to code, so I was basically just vibe coding. Bear with me, it's only the first version. Now, I shared the game with Bruno and with you guys, and the common request was to make this game multiplayer, which funny enough is something that I wanted to do for this next version. Now, as I mentioned before, to me, in every creative process, it's super important to get feedback. Because when you show your project to someone else, they might see something that you don't see, and that could potentially make a better version of that project. My goal for today's video is to make this game multiplayer before my friends come over to play board games. I want them to test out the game and give me their honest feedback on what they think about it. There's something special about gathering around a game. It's never just about winning. It's the laughs, the small betrayals in Uno, the unspoken alliances in Catan, the kind of moments that linger long after the board is cleared. Whether it's board games or video games, they tap into the same core: connection, shared stories, a little chaos, a lot of joy. Lately, I've been asking myself, what makes a great multiplayer experience? What makes it actually fun? So today, I'm diving into making my own game multiplayer. Okay, let's make this game multiplayer. But first, I want to remove the bot, just in case it generates any bugs. Okay, I'll remove the bot player from the phaser game, leaving only the player character without any AI opponent. Looks like it's done. Let's check it out. Okay. Yep. Looks like everything works. And we got no opponent. Perfect. Now let's turn this game multiplayer. Hope it works. It looks like it's not implementing the changes, so I'm gonna just copy and paste the same prompt again. Alright, it says I'm thinking. There we go. Now it's working. I'll set up Socket.io to create a WebSocket connection and display the number of active players on the page, making sure to avoid using localhost for the connection. Okay, it's done. Let's see if it works. Okay, active players 0 offline. Well, technically I'm online, so let's see if I refresh this. Offline. Alright, it says 0 players are online, but I'm online, so there should be at least one person active. Let's open up a new tab with the game and let's see if it recognizes the other player. Let's see. Nope. There should be 2 players online now. It's just the same player. Alright. We've encountered our first issue. I knew that making the game multiplayer was going to be more difficult than just creating the game, so hopefully I'll be able to have this multiplayer version before my friends come over. Maybe now it works. Nope, it still doesn't work. Sometimes you have to use the same prompt over and over again until the AI kind of like tries something different. I know that usually you should do different things to obtain different results, but AI works a little bit differently. I'll update the socket connection to avoid localhost completely and use a more reliable approach for your dev environment. And nope, still active players 0. Alright, let's try a different approach. I'm gonna type what I'm seeing, like what's the error that the game is giving me, and basically active players are 0. There should be at least 1 and it should be online, so I'm gonna type something along those lines. Alright, it looks like it worked. Active players 1, and it says online, so yeah.
Now, if I join the game on another tab, there should be 2 cubes. Alright, players online 2, but I'm not seeing the other cube. Alright, I see what's going on. So I never made the game multiplayer. All I did was just set up a WebSocket connection. So let's make the game multiplayer. I'll make the game multiplayer by adding individual player cubes for each connected user, with real-time movement synchronization between all players. Alright, it's done. But I don't see my cube, so I think it didn't work. Yeah, nope, it didn't work. I don't see my cube and I'm online. Let's try that. I'll fix the issue where you can't see your cube even though you're online. Alright, let's see if it worked. And it says waiting for connection, so it didn't work. Let's try refreshing it. Let's see. This is way more complicated than I thought it would be. Okay, it's done. Let's refresh the game. No, active player 0. Now it's even worse than before. At least it would say 2 players online. Ugh. Error details. Let's see. WebSocket error. Should I try to fix the error? Yes. Alright, it's done. Let's refresh the game. Oh no, now it just completely broke the game. Revert last changes? Yeah. Okay, I need a coffee, a little bit of fresh air, and I'll come back in a bit. This is my second coffee. Anyways, while drinking my first coffee, I was like, I can't have the AI just beat me. So I started working on other versions of the game, to be exact 3 versions, and basically I was feeding it the same exact prompt. But only one of those versions actually worked, and here's the result. The last 2 prompts that I fed to this version of the game is the WebSocket IO prompt and the multiplayer prompt. So it's basically the same exact game. Of course, the visual is a little bit different, but it's still the same game. And I'm pretty happy with the result. Now, if I were to open this game in another tab, another cube should appear, and that would confirm that the multiplayer version of the game is working. So let's try that out. Oh, there it is. So we're Spring and Lime is the enemy. 1, 2, eliminated, okay. 1, 2, 3, oh, okay. I like that it respawned in a different area, so it's pretty good. I think the game is in a really good state and it's ready to be tested by my friends. So let's get on with game board night.
Conexión de LOL o de algo, de no sé, RuPaul.
Que de golpe de desamor. Desamor de golpe. Esa saca un feo.
Bueno, la idea es que ahora ustedes ponen el juego y jueguen un versus y después me digan qué onda, qué les pareció, qué quieren cambiar o qué le mejorarían. Así que bueno, arranquen nomás.
A ver.
Uy.
Tanta la sensibilidad.
Es buen dato, buen dato. Uy, listo, ojalá ahí.
Mira cómo se esconde.
Está bien, lo estás jugando. Uy, lo estás jugando. Ay. Uy. Oh.
Vamos, 1-0.
Oh, pero cada tiro. No, está. La ametralladora se puso.
Me hace acordar al juego de los tanques, ese viejo, ¿te acordás?
Ay, sí,
Me
el
encantaba ese
Family.
juego.
Sí, sí,
Bueno,
sí.
Me parece que está muy alta la sensibilidad. Me parece que si fuera lento, porque es medio ir al bardo rápido, mover el mouse, disparar y va muy rápido el personaje.
Mortal, ¿te imaginas esto con más gente? Tipo como capaz con 4 jugadores.
Pero con un mapa mucho más grande.
Ah, ok.
No,
bueno.
4 jugadores en este mapa no.
Es muy chiquito.
No.
Para 2 está bueno.
Sí, pero estaría bueno que si fueran 3 a grande, 4 a grande más.
Arranque nomás.
Pero tengo que hacer
Mata.
como que... Ah, sí, la posta que en esta... Claro, en esta computadora está...
¿Es más sensible?
Mucho más sensible.
Capaz el mouse.
Está rotísimo la otra compu. Me gustó bastante. O sea, yo lo único que creo que los obstáculos hacen que termines juntándote con el otro y te cagas a balazos al lado. Porque es como que no, fíjate que acá a distancia no, como que está difícil clavar una bala.
Bien.
Entonces tarde o temprano te terminas arrimando.
Bien.
Quizás también lo que estaría bueno es que haga algún tipo de cooldown con las balas. O sea, que no sea...
que no se puede disparar
por ahí, claro, elegir un poquito más cuándo disparar, porque si no es como que eso mismo, te juntás y te empezás a tirar.
¿Qué cabrón?
Oh.
No te maté. Toma.
Bien.
Te va de
¿Me
Gil.
mató? Salí de la esquina.
Uy, uno. ¡Ah! La verdad que muy peleado.
Sí, fue una pelea muy intensa.
Muy bueno, muy bueno.
No, la verdad que está bueno. O sea, es como un minijuego que está bastante frenético. Está como re divertido jugarlo. Bueno, nosotros re competitivos mal. Me lo reimagino, o sea, yo me imagino, o sea, por lo que he visto, esto está como en desarrollo todavía. Me reimagino como en un momento como que puede llegar a tener como algunos power-ups o algunas cuestiones que te hagan, no sé, disparar múltiple o que los disparos reboten o cosas así que vayan complejizando la dinámica y como que, bueno, tipo, de a poco yo creo que va a ir complejizándose y va a estar como cada vez más.
Es muy bueno esa.
Me gustó mucho más esta versión de A2, siento que es mucho más divertido. Por ahí eso, cambiaría que cada punto sea un mapa diferente. Cada
ok.
vida de cada jugador sea un mapa diferente y quizás meterle más obstáculos o complejizar más el mapa, pero está muy bueno, muy gracioso jugar a 2.
Pero capaz a lo mejor hacerlo más grande el mapa, porque ya de por sí.
Sí,
o
puede
este
ser
mapa.
más grande o que cada vida cambie el mapa.
Okay, well, that was some really good feedback. Now, I'm super grateful to my friends for coming over and just trying out the game, being honest about it, sharing their thoughts. And I'm going to leave a link down below to this version of the game so you guys can test it out and share your thoughts, okay? So just leave a comment, be honest about it, and just what would you like to see in a newer version of this game? And I'll see you guys in the next one, so stay tuned.